in our houses and in all of our neighborhoods, the fancy ones and the not fancy ones, the preferred school districts and the not preferred school districts. I want people to hear those voices. So what I started to do was portray those voices with a little more visual in them. And one of the things that I found I had to do when I was going to show the little old ladies of town was, you had to be a little old lady. And you can't be a little old lady in San Antonio without chanclas. So I brought my chanclas, and I brought a very simple costume. And usually, when I go do conferences, I don't do the talk. I don't get dressed up nice and formal and do what I did tonight. I come in while they're up at the mic introducing Dr. Carmen Tafoya is a blah, 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 who has won blah, 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 and has published blah, 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 blah. And instead, I come in dressed as one of my characters. And I wander through the audience asking them, excuse me, tú, señorita, you don't know which way to go? And usually they say no, they don't know. And sometimes they call the security cops on me. So I'm really glad that we got so much legal force in this room. So if I do get carted off, you make sure you'll get me out, okay? But what I do is I put it in a way that people can understand, that they can identify with. And one of the best ways to identify is to really see and experience the voices that I experience as I collected folklore and talked to the people of this great city. So I'm going to share with you one of the people, and she's one that I typically share in these performances. I do a lot of characters in my performance. I come in as a little old lady, and then I do the first grader, and then I do a kid who's about to drop out of high school. And I do a variety of individuals, the retired GI, and just a bunch of different people. But this one's always one of the favorites because I think people recognize her. They see her as one of the members of their family. So I'm going to share with you somebody who really exists, or existed, on the west side of San Antonio. Her name is Señora María Francisca Vaca González Montoya de Luján. And that's really all I'm going to say about her, except to say that while she doesn't have a fancy title, and she doesn't have a great deal of formal education, she's one of those stalwart pillars in the family and the community that kind of tells us all what to do and who we should be and what our history is. So I'm going to share with you a little slice of the life of Señora María Francisca Vaca González Montoya de Luján as she answers the door for somebody who is taking a little survey for some kind of census. Bueno, ahí voy. Espérense, hold on, wait, I'm coming. Hold on, wait. Espérense, ahí voy. I'm coming, hold on. Bueno, Jessie, hello, what you want? Survey? Oh, sure. I'm good at survey. I answer all your questions. Just let me turn up the beans para que no se me queman. Esta gente que siempre viene a la hora de la comida, no sé por qué se viene. Porque no comen o porque no trabajan. Okay, mijita, what you want to know? Name? Oh, yes, I have name. My name is María Francisca Vaca González Montoya de Luján. Para servirle. What? Shall wish his last name? Oh, la mijita, la Vaca was my father, González was my mother, Montoya, well, you know what? You don't have room on your life. pizca. Vaca, comida de burro. Kept going. Gonzalez, you have to put her in. She's my mother. You don't put her in, you don't put me in. She won't get right here. What do you think? You think it takes one person to make baby, it takes two persons to make baby. That's why they have two names. Then before them, it took two people to make that person. And two people before that, and two people before that. That's why we have so many names. They don't fit. Okay, pues nomás ponen los básicos, just the important ones. Vaca, González, Montoya, tú sabes los Montoya. No conocen los Montoya. Oh, you know speak Spanish. Yeah, okay, está bueno. It's important family, as a president, no va. Elofant, that was my husband. Pobrecito que descanse. Good, I'm glad I had you. Bueno, you have a nice day. Oh, you have more questions? Sure, what you want to know? Age, 91. And born? Of course I was born. Oh, okay, you mean where? No, que born in East LA, ni que born in Mexico, nada de eso. Aquí mero en San Antonio. San Antonio, like you gringos call it. How long family lived there? About 300 years, mija. Why not foreigners? ¿Y tú? Bueno, ni modo. You'll have more questions, sure. Occupation. Okay, what do I do? Oh, me hate the things that I do. I raised 6 children, 20 grandchildren, and a whole bunch of great-grandchildren también. Y las cosas de la casa, la lavada. I know, you don't speak Spanish. I do lots of things. And también la pizca, but I don't know how to say in English la pizca. Just ponle que houseworks, house stuffs, eso, whatever, like that. Yeah, put that down, okay? Está bueno, good. I'm glad I helped you, mijita. You have a nice day. Wait. What you put there? ¿Cómo que occupation none? Occupation none. No, señorita, está wrong. Wrong. How do you put that? I got up at 5 in the morning, every morning of my life, sometimes earlier. Y que moler el chile y amasar las tortillas, and I know, you don't speak Spanish. I feed the men, I feed the women, I feed the children, I feed the friends, I feed the strangers, I feed everybody. No, señorita, que occupation and que nada, it's wrong. También to raise the children. It's hard job raising children. You don't know, ya verás, you got to teach them que was right. Y que was wrong, y cómo portarse como la gente, how to act like people. Yes. No, también las cosas de la casa, the things of the house, they go, they don't finish. No, I never retired, you know. Someday I die, but I never retired. And then, la pizca, I don't know how to say in English, la pizca is the pig. It's the pig, you know, I pick potato, I pick squash, I pick melon, I pick beet, I pick lechuga, todo lo que comes tú, you eat it, I picked it. No, señorita, que occupation, que nada. There were a lot of occupation, quítaselo y erase it. And put it over here, where say salary.